Well, as we get into these warm-ups here, I'll give you the rosters for today. We're going to have in goal, it'll be Stripe. He's a freshman from this year, so we'll get to see his first action here in the tournament there. All the seniors, Ryan Moss, Jaron Clark, Draven Wilson, Luis Diabardino, Jared Brandeberry, Colin Somerville. Then you'll have MJ Greenwald, which I mistakenly had in the lineup yesterday somehow. Carter Spoon, Hunter Woolham, Mac Archer, Best and Hernandez, freshmen, and then Hayden Giroux as well. So once I get the numbers lined out for these kids, I'll start off with just calling numbers, and then I'll get their names sorted out and ready to rock and roll. But we got 2 minutes on the warm-up clock, so we'll be just a couple of minutes away from game time. All right, we're about to get started here. Um, maybe. Finley initially wins the face-off and brings it up. Colin Somerville across the middle, able to keep hold of it. Driver Wilson pressuring the puck. Oh, thanks, bro. Oh, here we are. I'm leaving you guys behind. Save, shot and a save. Sorry, we had a little bit of we're trying to sort out numbers and names here, so we got a little bit behind. Draven with the pick off the pass, but well defended by that's better. Sorry, bro. Okay. Thanks, bro. Tied up there. Back to Archer. We're trying to figure out who 3 is right now, but I'll get that. Back down to the Archer in our zone. Puts it out. Sends it up to 3. Squirts loose. Chased by Lewis. Lewis putting pressure on the puck. Forces him to change up. Down there. Giroux down to the middle. Darren Clark couldn't handle that. He was a little bit behind it. Back out to Giroux. Lewis picked up the loose puck in the zone, and it squirts into the goalie, and goalie covers for a face. These teams have quite a history, at least from the times I've been here. So this play is quite spirited to start off the first period. Here we go. MJ Greenwald picked up the puck, battling. Jared Brandenberry. Big hit on the boards there. Greenwald up the boards. Gets pinched off there in the neutral zone. Back to Ryan Moss. Ryan makes a move, but lost the handle. Ryan pushing it up. Got Colin on the outside. Jared Brandenberry coming in hard to keep the puck in, but Finley was in the middle of a change, so no one there to support that. Pressure by 12 on the blue line. Picked up by Giroux. He's hit and loses the handle in the neutral zone. 12 pressuring. Hayden Giroux battling down low. Get tied up, and both players went down. Puck comes out to Perrysburg. Big hit. Okay. Shot and save. Quick action. Trying to keep up with it. I'm trying to talk a bit louder as well. Archer up the boards. Kept in by Perrysburg. Lewis across the middle. The 7 shot. Saved. Ooh. A bit of a dangerous. But Giroux and battling there and sends it for an ice. So we'll have a face-off in our zone. Oh, won it. Tried to flip it out, and it went right up into the rafter. So we'll redo that face-off again. Brandenberry back up to DiBerdino. Somerville streaking. Gets it down. Pressures behind the puck. DiBerdino there to pick it up. Kicked back in from the point by Moss. Ryan battling for it. Not certain what the call was there. Was it a... Okay. Not sure what the whistle was for. Maybe it was offsides. I don't know. Yep. All right. A little bit of a scrum here, right at the midpoint. 27 squirts out for Perrysburg. Picked up by 6. Sent across to 5. Great shot. Great opportunity. Finley really showing some speed this morning. But pressuring from behind. Pushed up into our defensive zone. Picked up in the neutral zone by Clark. He's hooked and draw down. Or I think we'll get a call on that. Looks like. So the Trojans will be on the power play. They haven't really posted it yet, but I'm assuming it's interference. Down low, they kicked it out. Archer on the blue line. A nice little snapshot. Top shelf, but saved by the Perrysburg goalie. And we'll do it again. Luckily for us, that took no time off the clock and no time off the penalty. So we've got. They'll have to. Hopefully, the refs are keeping track of the penalty time. Draven across the middle, swings it around the back of the net, out to Archer at the point, back down to Wilson. 12 sends it up to Somerville, but it's missed there. Puck's cleared. Giroux down hard to get the puck. Swings it around. Yeah, he's banged up. Hopefully he's all right. It looked like a little bit of a maybe hurt, an injury situation, but he's back at it, so we're good. We're good to go. Oh. Crossing attempt to Wilson was intercepted. Blocked shot. Wow. What a shot. Pass forward. It's going to end up being an icing call. But just out of the reach of Colin Somerville on that outlet pass. Cool. Face off initially won by Finley. Contested. And now we got a little bit of a scrum here down by the blue line. See how this goes. Ball squirts out, or puck squirts out to Ryan Moss. Ryan, a couple of moves, but unable to keep the handle. And Perrysburg turns it around for a quick shot, but saved by Stripe, the freshman goalie. Oh, kicked out, shot blocked by Brandeberry. Brandeberry around the backside of the net to pick up the puck. Feeds it up to DiBardino, back to Brandeberry, up to Clark, who tries to kick it to the middle. And does, but just out of the reach of number 3. DiBardino down low. Keeps possession for the Trojans. Clark out-battled on the boards. We lose possession, but Lewis behind the net now taking possession. Cross-ice pass. Play it off the boards when you can't receive it. But mishandled with the cross-ice, but it was a good thought. Oh. And I'm a little bit behind the action again, so apologies. Mac Archer bringing it up out of the defensive zone. Skates around one man, dumps it in. 5. Down low battling for it. MJ, number 6, comes in to help out. Looks like Perrysburg's going to come out on top on that one. Little move here and there. And a goal for Perrysburg. Not sure if there was a shot or not. It just seemed like they were battling all the way down into the goalie's face. So back by Finley. Giroux on the puck. Over to Archer. Back to Giroux. A little bit of trouble handling it. 5 kicks it out up the boards to the middle. Somerville across, but just out of his reach. In, blocked by Archer. Shot. Giroux had it picked off. He had his back to the guy. He came in streaking. Uh-oh, trouble, middle. Shot and a goal. We're going to need to do a little work on ensuring that we have control of the puck. We've had quite a few instances where, passes have bounced off puck, off sticks, or just out of reach, but that's to be expected in the early part of the season. Face off. One end up winning by Perrysburg. They drive into the zone across to Moss from Brandeberry. Moss to the middle to Wilson. Jaron Clark to the end of the thing. Falls. Does Wilson. Offside, spit potentially. A little bit delayed, but so. All right. Moss to Brandeberry. Wilson pushes it forward. Moss tries to kick it back up the boards, but Perrysburg picks it up. 12 swings it around. Brandeberry down to the corner to try to pick it up to Clark. Clark coming up the boards, but loses the handle. Puck squirts down into our offensive zone. There by Perrysburg. 12 does a great job of putting the pressure on. Opportunity for 3. Lewis in there, pressuring the puck. 3 intercepts a breakout pass. Keeps it in our zone for a minute, but wasn't able to keep the handle, so we are back on the defensive side. Picked up in the middle by Perrysburg. They dump it in to finish their change. Putting some pressure on. Out to the point, shot, save. Nice work. Faceoff picked up by Giroux, pushed up to MJ. MJ's bringing it along the boards. He's got 5 in the middle. Centering passes didn't connect. Got Perrysburg bringing it down into the zone. Pat tried to pass across the middle, picked off by MJ. MJ pushing it. I don't know why they called that offsides, but anyway. Swing and a miss by number 7 for Perrysburg. Oh. I'm not. I'll have to go back and look at the tape on that one, but he was behind the net, so I don't know if that went off the goalie's back or. But we'll go for Perrysburg. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the first period. Perrysburg leads 3-0. I got Moss, takes it deep in the zone, takes a look. Clark ain't speedy enough to get to that, but Perry dumps it in, squirts in front of the goalie. Luckily, it was cleared out. 12, putting some pressure on. Wilson picks up the puck. Nope. Wasn't able to get the handle on it. Chucks it forward, but still getting tied up. Wasn't able to get a stick around to pick it up. Momentarily, Clark knocked the puck off of one of the Perrysburg players' sticks. Shot from the top of the point. Squirts in front of the goal on the secondary portion of the shot. Great save on the first one. Out to Clark at the middle. Be fast enough? No. Yes, maybe. Finley's changing, so we're a little bit undermanned, but now DiBardino battling along the boards with 3 Perrysburg. Yellow Jackets. Back out to center. Drew forces the guy outside. Somerville behind the net, out to Archer. Archer flips it up over the head of number 3, and he just wasn't able to get to it. It was just too far in front. Lewis tries to sneak by. And that'll be the end of the first. We'll be right back in action here just after a brief intermission. And then we'll have an ice cut for about 10 minutes or so between the second and the third. I am liking the energy for such an early morning game. It hasn't shown up on the scoreboard, but Finley's had some nice sequences, you know. Both of these teams tied with Northview, with Perrysburg yesterday jumping out to a 4-0 lead on Northview and ending up in a tie at the end of the game. So I would definitely expect Perrysburg to come out hot, and then hopefully we'll pick it up and start to punch back here in the next 2 periods. MJ back to Moss, batted down by one of the Perrysburg players. Wilson up to MJ, icing. It was just a bit outside. Pushed up by 5, showing some excellent speed. Getting down there, pushing the puck. And won the loose puck that was coming into our zone. MJ over there helping out along the boards. Right back out to Brandeberry, pushed back in. Finley resets and back at it. Wilson putting some additional pressure on in our offensive zone, but Perrysburg able to get it out. Uh-oh, that's trouble. Lots of movement in front of the goalie. Goalie did a great job to keep his head there with all that back and forth. And Brandeberry picks up the guy in the corner. Clark was unable to get the hold of the puck, but so Perrysburg maintained possession. We're going to get a change here. Missing the call. What was the penalty, man? Cross-check, I think. Cross-check on Brandeberry. So will be on the PK for 2 minutes. On the penalty kill, we've got Archer, Somerville, Diabardino, and Giroux. Ooh, that came right off the face-off and luckily landed on the post right next to the goalie. And Finley able to get a clear. Pressure by DiBernino. Perry brings it in. Perrysburg. Attempted centering. Giroux breaks that up. Somerville lobs it out of the zone for second clear of the shift. Nice work. Long outlet pass. Mishandled by Perrysburg. Brought up and the clear by Archer bounced off a Perrysburg player and out of play. So Finley will get a change. Yeah, MJ's out there playing forward right now, so. Moss picks it up, gets it cleared out. MJ pressuring the puck. Cycles around. Wilson swings it around hard, but is able to be kept in by Perrysburg. Sent down the ice by Wilson. Brought up by the goalie, so we didn't have much of a chance to get there. Moss, big hit on guy, disrupted the shot, and we were able to clear. Clark pressuring 36. Uh-oh. Behind the net. Moss battling. Hard. Winning. Uh-oh. Shot. Misfire. Out to Clark in the middle, who was able to clear it and try to get it. Butler. Wilson with the clear. Or no. Moss with the clear. Good work. Icing. Called maybe? Oh yeah, we were back to full strength right before that happened, so. Icing call. Drew around to Archer. 3 comes in hard. Save. Pushes it back to Archer up to Somerville here on the blue line. Johnny on the spot here. Pulls it right into Archer coming across the blue line. Gets a shot. Drew to Archer. Shot. Save. Somerville behind the net. Out to Hayden Giroux. Hayden sends it into the middle, but it's off a skate. 7 shot. Blocked off a Perry shoulder pad. Sending it up through the middle. Intercepted by Perrysburg. Perrysburg bringing it up along the boards, but Giroux tries to kick it back out. And bad news bears laid by the Perrysburg Jackets there and running into each other. Allows Giroux to bring it down hard. Get there, baby. Clark able to knock it down out of the air, but and then Archer sends it forward. Clark battling in the corner. Brings it out. 14 on the Luis DiBardino with a tip by Mac Archer. Yeah, Lewis with a nice low hard shot allowed Mac to get a stick on it and redirect it right 5-hole on the goalie. So that was a great sequence there. There we got 9:28 left in the second period. Out to Lewis here in our zone. Clark picks it up. Clark's got help with 12. 12 was able to keep it going. Not sure exactly what happened, but we got another penalty. Looks like number 37 for Perrysburg is going to the box for hooking. So we'll be on the power play for till 7 minutes left in the second. Finley trails 3-1. On the power play, we'll have DiBardino, Wilson, and and MJ up front. MJ loses the glove. And Brandeberry and Moss on defensively. It was chipped and a little bit outside. DiBardino brings it back into the zone, settles it down. Sends it across to Brandeberry. Brandeberry can't get the handle. Perrysburg getting a shorthanded opportunity. Moss settling it down, bringing it up, passes it up to DiBardino. DiBardino's peeled off a stick to Wilson in the middle. Wilson's bringing it in. Gets a centering pass, but bounces off the goalie's pad. And a reset. Pass up to number 5. Lost the handle. 36 comes streaking through, picks it up, picks up the loose puck. Moss battles in the corner. Clark behind the net. Bringing it up. Skating through a couple of folks, passing it back across the 5. 5 shot, missed. Yeah. Then Archer came back through and sent it in, and then we had a little bit of a scrum in front of the goalie, and he saved everything. Comes out to Archer. Archer on the clapper. Bounces off the goalie's blocker and up into the netting, out of play. That was a laser shot. Some confusion about where the faceoff is going to happen. Everybody was set up on the right dot. Now they bring it back over here to the left dot. Picked up by 13. He turns and tries to get a shot. Giroux and Perrysburg player chasing it down. Number 7. Archer passes up to Colin Somerville. Colin Somerville takes a shot, bounces off. No rebound opportunity as Clark was just a little bit wide on that. Same team. Clark Somerville banged into each other. Center ice. Battling right here down in front of us. Pass up to number 10, which is apparently Butler. But Perrysburgs have their name on the back of their jerseys. So. Ooh. Puck squirts out. Stripe pushes it out, but falls back into Perrysburg hands there in the slot. Oh, another close-in shot by Perrysburg. Stripe able to handle that. Wilson to Archer. Archer sliding along the boards. It's just out of his reach. But cycles back to DiBerdino. DiBerdino battling 3 guys. Out to 20. 20 slap shot from the blue line. Moss pinches down hard to try to keep it in, but Perrysburg picked up possession now. They're trying to settle it down, I think. I don't know exactly why everyone is in their offensive zone, whether it is a break out, but basically got nobody to pass to. Pass across from Moss to Archer, and it's out of play off of Archer's stick. So we'll have a face-off there at the blue line, I believe. Nope. In the zone. Five minutes and 10 seconds left in the second period. Perrysburg still up 3-1. Another shot, another save. Puck was up in the air, bouncing in front of the goalie. MJ able to get over and pick it up. Squirts out to center ice. And we got 2 Perrysburg players converging on it. Send it across. Third drops it for number 2, and he's able to go stick side. We'll have to stand that guy up a little as he comes in. 4:40 left in the second period with Perrysburg leading 4-1. Face-off 1. Moss picks it up in our zone. Takes a look. Got Brandeberry, but he was covered. So passes up to Brandeberry now, and Wilson along the boards. Wilson skates it to the middle. Takes a look. Makes a move. Oh. Somehow that ended up in the face of the goalie. Who was able to cover it and get us back into a face-off situation. All right. Kicked up. 5 picks it up, takes a look, and sends it down for an icing call. Archer picks it up, gain possession. Lewis, DiBerdino back behind the net. Hayden rings it out around, takes a look, sees Clark in the middle. Clark tries to sneak it around number 2, but he's able to take that puck. Shot from Archer off the shin guards of a Perrysburg player, so we'll head back the other way. Giroux, burst of speed, goes out and picks that up off of the hair. There's a little bit of collision there at the red line. Clear. Perrysburg turns it around and comes right back in our zone. 37 loses an edge, but we are unable to capitalize on it. Centering pass whiffed on by Perrysburg. Cleared by Finley. Right up to Archer, out to the center to 12. 12 was able to take it into the zone, but it got peeled off his stick as he got in there. And then we'll have a roughing call on Perrysburg. So we'll be back on the power play at 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the second period. So hopefully we can capitalize on this and get another score. Wilson wins the face-off. Grandaberry to Moss. Moss unable to get the shot off, but he was completely clear. But just a little bit off balance. Shot from Grandaberry at the blue line. Goalie started to cover it up, but sent back in by Brandeberry. Brandeberry puck loose, and then so I'm going to say that was Moss to 12 to MJ. MJ scored that on the loose puck that bounced out for the secondary rebound. So just 30 seconds into the power play, and Finley able to cut that lead to 2. Pushed up by Moss off the goalie. 7 tries to reverse it. 3 down in the corner. Wins it briefly, but then 2 comes through and picks it up. He's pretty sure-handed. Coming off boards, you got 9. Tries to get it across to Somerville, but the pass is intercepted by Perrysburg. Shot off the post. Do you think that was a goal? I'll have to review the tape. We didn't hear the post, but it came out sharply. So we'll go back and run that through slow-mo and see if it's a goal. Perrysburg cycling it around. Moss behind the net, takes a big hit. DiBardino goes after it, but gets another hit. Moss comes in, tries to get some retribution, and Brandeberry flips it up for DiBardino, but is intercepted again by Perrysburg. Cleared by Wilson. Grabbed out of the air by Perrysburg player. And Brandeberry up to Lewis. Draven back behind the net, and that'll do it for the second period. Lots of slow smoke. All right, as we take the ice for the third period, uh, Perrysburg up 4-2. You see who the lineup is. Looks like it's going to be Wilson, Somerville, Giroux, Archer, and 12. I'm trying to. I'll have that figured out by the end of the second game. There's a 12 is best. He's from my sheet here. Spoon is 3 and Woolham is 5. So I got those sorted out. Hopefully I can keep that straight here for the third period. Perrysburg pushes it up through the zone. Work there, best pressuring. Somerville takes off, shows speed. He had him beat, but we're going to get a roughing call on that play. I guess it came in a little bit late. Perrysburg parents are upset with that call, but I don't know. So Finley on the power play. Same lineup as started the third period. Wilson bringing it across the middle. Switching positions with Archer. Tries to pass it across the middle. Picked off by, or chipped out by one of the Perrysburg players. Archer into the zone. Chips it in and gets across in front of the goalie. Goalie will grab it and hold on to it. So we'll get another faceoff. 1:35 left in the Finley power play. Spoon, Clark, and DiBardino up front. Moss and Jared Brandenberry with the shot. Moss tries to make a move to get down low, gets tripped up, pushes the puck back out to DiBardino on the blue line. Lewis works it into the center, gets the shot off, is a little high and left wide. Clark behind the net, tries the center. Got a couple of opportunities there, but no one in position for the rebounds that came off. DiBardino with the puck, great shot. Goalie almost lost track of it. And the rebound, no one was there to capitalize on it, but really that shot looked like it surprised the goalie quite a bit. So, and then the rebound dropped right in the crease, and he did locate it right away. All right, here we go. We got Somerville, MJ, and Woolham up front. Woolham pressuring the puck, and Perrysburg able to clear. Moss down there, pick it up, push forward, pass to MJ, unable to connect. but icing waved off. Woolham speed down into the corner, but the referee likes to stay in the way. Perrysburg banging into each other again over here on the boards. Gets another clear. We've got a random stick laying in the middle of the ice. I don't know if it's broken or not. I didn't notice any broken sticks. Chip. Oh, wow. Touched up at center by somebody. Surprises me. Clark coming in from the bench. Pushes it down low. Comes around. Goes behind. Falls behind the net. Up to a Perrysburg player, Wilson, streaking along the boards. He's got basically a 4-on-1 there. He tries to drop it into the center. No one's available. Out to Archer on the blue line. Archer's shot a little wide, but Best was able to get a stick on it and try to redirect it into the goal. Saved by the goalie. Well behind. So both teams back to full strength. Giroux battling. Squirts out to Wilson. Wilson streaking up the middle. Clark off to the right side. Wilson with the move. Shot. Rebound. Came off pretty hot off the top crossbar. And was unable to be tracked down by Clark. They're trailing. Perrysburg shoots it across the middle. Hits Colin in the ankle, which kind of helped them out a little bit because then it slowed it down so they could pick it up. Out to Lewis. Lewis out to grab it. Giroux back behind the net again. Over to Archer. Archer back around the net to Lewis. Lewis chasing. It's going to end up being an icing off call, but they waved it off. Lewis picks it up behind the net. Battles. Two guys. Picked up by Perrysburg and sent right back down. Shot. Save. There's the zone. Somerville battling along the boards to get the puck. Back in our zone with Ryan Moss passing up to Somerville. Streaking across the middle was Lusty Bardino, but the pass is picked off by Perrysburg. We'll get a change. Perrysburg wins the face-off, back to the blue line, then they dump it just behind the net. Brandenberry picks it up. Moss out of the corner. Pass, attempted pass for Woolham. Just off target. So we get an icing call on that. .9:42 left in the third period. Perrysburg still leads 4-2. Everybody getting a little bit of a false start here. We'll see what the send Wilson out of the face-off zone and Woolham in. Shot blocked by Brandenberry, but trickles in on the goalie. Goalie covers, but then it comes loose again, and he finally covers it again. So that's good presence of mind by the goalie. It was a hard shot, and Brandenberry was able to get a stick on it, but it kind of redirected slowly into the goal. Woolham along the boards, tried to push it forward. Moss to Woolham, bounces off there. Wilson, loose puck, one-on-one. Makes a move, loses his footing, but Harrisburg brings it out, tries to get a shot, blocked by Moss. Woolham picks it up at the blue line, but he's mugged there. Ooh. Great shot and a save by Stripe, and then a clear. Oh, it's on goal, so no ice. Goalie pushes it up. Finley gets a change. Puck redirected at the blue line. Up to Clark along the left boards. He moves to the middle, passes it to 38 from Perrysburg. And that would have been Jaren's first assist today to Perrysburg. So. We'll have a face-off. Great save by goalie, and then we'll reset and break it out. Puck swung around, touched up by Perrysburg. Somerville on the spot, using the speed to get down and get a scoring opportunity. Shot and was saved by the goalie. Out to Giroux. Perrysburg able to poke it around him there at the blue line. Tries to bring it in. Gets harassed by Giroux on the return. There goes Bass streaking after the puck, but just not able to get there in time. 37 dumps it in, sends it around. Best up to Somerville. Somerville to Clark. Clark chips it in. And Finley will get a partial change. Cross ice pass by Perrysburg. Down to, let's see who that is. Sure. Kept in by Perrysburg along the boards. Lewis is able to chip it out to Wilson. Wilson up the boards. He's got Hayden Giroux in tow. Loses the handle. Going in and ends up behind the net. Perrysburg with bringing it into our zone. Ooh, that looked like the puck cleared from there. Is it? Spoon pushing it forward. Spoon in the middle right there. Able to knock it down and get it over to Lewis. Archer tries to pitch, keep it in, but puck was way up in the air. Cross to Archer. Archer unable to handle the pass. It was coming hot. Whew. Perrysburg gets a shot off. It's wide. Good hard shot. Picked off by a couple of exchanges there. Not sure what happened. Puck moved up to Somerville. Somerville gets slew-footed. Tripping call, going to be on. So Finley will be on the power play. So on the power play here, we've got Somerville, Wilson, and Best at forward. Moss and Archer on the defensive side. Puck out to Moss, over to Archer. Archer tries to send it down to Wilson. Wilson was able to get it off the there. Wilson to Moss. Moss can't keep the handle on it. Middle. Archer brings it in. Somerville down, tries to get to it, but doesn't make it. It's a foot race to the puck. Ooh. Trouble. Good save by Stripe again. That was a tricky one with the drop pass and all the movement in front of him. Finley's still on the power play for a minute and 11 seconds. So face off one to Giroux. Giroux to Archer. Archer cross ice to Giroux. Giroux pushing it up the sides. Gets it stripped and DiBardino picks it back up. Clark brings it across to Wilson. Wilson back to DiBardino. DiBardino gets a shot, but it's wide. Clark down along the boards, battling. Puck gets out to Archer at the blue line, and he passes across to Giroux. Giroux has a tough time handling, and that was kind of pretty hot, and then was a little bit offline, but reacted well to it. Clark to DiBardino, shot high. Stripe comes out to play it. Archer racing against a Perrysburg player, but Perrysburg able to pick it up. Giroux tangled up. Oh, we're back to full strength. Giroux and DiBardino in the corner, battling. Squirts out to the Perrysburg player, but he tried to make a pass, but it didn't connect. Giroux picks it up on the blue line, pushes it forward. Goalie is naked, good save. And a secondary rebound. Shot. .254 left. Perrysburg still up 4-2. Puck one Moss. Moss unable to get a handle on it there. Ooh. Opportunity went wide for Perrysburg. Guy sneaking in the slot there, tried to score a goal. Back to Brandenberry. Brandenberry pushes it forward. Colin Brett picks it up over to Moss. Moss up to Woolham. Woolham loses the handle and back to Perrysburg. Back to Moss. Moss to Woolham. Woolham up the boards, tries to cut across the middle. It's kind of stood up there and loses the handle. Down low. Moss battling for it in the corner. Brandenberry down, trying to push to the corner. Puck squirts up into the air. Woolham tries to chip it to center ice to allow Somerville to chase it down, but he gets blocked by Perrysburg and pushed to one of their players. Trip on Brandenberry. is going to be. I'm a little bit wide here. So with 1:30 left for the rest of the game, the Findlay Trojans will be on the penalty kill. Down 42. And on the PK, looks like we've got Archer, Clark, DiBerdino, and one player to be named later, Giroux. We got a bit of a stoppage of play here. I'm not sure what's happening. Snap's not working. On Clark's helmet is an equipment malfunction. Giroux wins it, unable to get the clear off. Door flies open from the big hit. Another stoppage of play. I guess probably have another face-off. That's a 2. Good shot. Glove save. Puck kicked out. DiBerdino pressuring the puck in the zone. Findlay in support in the neutral zone. 2 brings it up. I don't know who 2 is, but he's been kind of their guy the whole time. Shot save. And a clear by Findlay. Half-hearted whistle by the ref, so too excited, and so we'll have a face-off at center ice. He probably forgot that we were on the penalty kill. 53 seconds left. We got lost the face-off, and Perrysburg takes it in and goes top shelf. It was like we were a bit stunned, I guess. I don't know what happened on that, but nobody reacted to the face-off. So that'll clear the penalty with 28 seconds left in the period, in the game. Face-off won by Findlay. Somerville in the middle tries to push it up to Spoon. And kicks it back down out to the point with Wilson. Wilson gets it out. 8 seconds left. That'll do it for today's game. With Perrysburg winning 5-2. Our afternoon game is yet to be determined. I think with this loss, that'll put us at the earliest slot. So I'm projecting that we'll be in the 2 o'clock game. I'm no great handicapper like we had previously, but with only 1 tie and 2 losses, I think that puts us in the lowest seed. So, all right, we'll see you guys then.